What's going on, guys? It is Stephen Delisle. We are here with Tanner Jordan. He is a local State Farm agent here in Greenville. He's owned his business for 6 years, and we're gonna have a conversation about real estate as it coincides with insurance.
So typically what we do is we do a full comprehensive review of the home itself. Like, when was it built? How was it built? Is it a crawl space? Is it a concrete slab? What kind of roof do you have? What kind of countertops do you have in your home? And what my job is to do is to replace that house. That's 100% my job. And in the event of a claim, whether it's lightning, wind, hail, fire, flood, whatever that may be, my job is to make sure that we make you whole again.
We also wanted to touch on a few questions that are commonly asked for our clients in regards to insurance. So one of the biggest ones is, how can I save on insurance?
Yeah, so typically with us, bundling your home and auto insurance is your biggest discounts. So if you have a car, your discount with your home and auto carrier is going to be the biggest discount available. The next couple of things is talking about you have a home security alarm system. There's also, we talk about deductibles and kind of controlling your own price point. Okay, so the deductible is directly correlated with a claim. Okay, so what's your out-of-pocket going to be in the event of a claim? What that looks like in South Carolina is widely different. I've got customers with $1,000 deductibles all the way up to $10,000, $15,000 deductibles. And that directly correlates with your rate for your policy. Kind of like your health insurance. If I take a higher deductible on health insurance, my cost is going to be less. It's the exact same thing on homeowners insurance.
So is it necessary for us to have flood insurance across the board? That's a question we usually get.
Yeah, so is it necessary? In our area, it's kind of hyper-focused, I would say. There's flood zones that are along the Reedy River or a creek maybe that have a tendency to flood. That's typically what I see. In our area, it's not overly common to have.
And how much insurance should I get? Like, is there a baseline versus I want the premium, and what's the difference between those?
So typically if it's required by your mortgage, they're gonna make you get the max of what they can offer.
Okay.
So on a flood insurance policy, you can have only property coverage, you can have personal property coverage, you can have only personal property coverage. And where I do flood insurance is only through FEMA. Other people can do independent, there's only a handful in South Carolina, and typically we see those down towards the coast.
And one other question that's also asked frequently is, do I need a home inspection to give to you to get insurance?
Yeah, not to get insurance necessarily, but we like seeing how old the HVAC is, how old the plumbing is, how old the electricity is, all of those things, because that can help your rate as well.
You're looking at like risk assessment essentially.
Correct.
So
yes.
knob and tube versus three-prong
Exactly.
wiring.
So that's 100% my job, is to assess that risk and how old is that wiring? Is that wiring going to burn that home down?
So one final question for you is, for people that have been in the game for a while, own their house for a while, or you're just newly going to purchase your first house, what's your advice to them?
What I talk about is making sure you understand exactly what you have. Whether you've owned your home for 20 years, 30 years, whatever that may be, or you're a brand new homeowner, I want my customers to understand that they need to understand exactly what they're getting out of their policy. Most people fly through the process, especially of a new homeowner. They're trying to get the least amount possible for that policy, but do they actually know what they're getting? So a lot of customers don't understand, hey, they might be getting a quote unquote cut rate policy, and they don't know what it actually entails. So the advice that I give my customers, especially when they're shopping insurance or purchasing a new home, the goal is to make sure that you get the best bang for your buck. I just try to educate my customers, because everybody, when they go through this part, it's a whirlwind. What I say is making sure you understand what you're protecting.
We wanted to bring him in. Obviously, you guys can reach out to us if you have additional questions about insurance and what that looks like. We wanted to introduce some different questions and ideas that people don't normally think about on a day-to-day basis when buying and selling. So I really do appreciate your time.
Yeah, awesome.